Welcome back to another episode of BJJ White to Black. I am Edry McCabe, and thanks guys for joining me on my path to mastery. Today I wanted to talk about willpower and the morality of will. Since my decision not to drink on May 23rd, I did an episode about my decision to stop drinking till my next tournament. And I feel like my will has increased considerably because it was a very hard thing for me not to drink. But I also noticed that there's a lot of things that my willpower is lacking in. And so for that reason, I decided to take on the 75-day hard challenge. So I wanted to talk about that, the 75-day hard challenge, and also my decision to compete at the IBJJF World Championship in Las Vegas on September 1st and 2nd. That's what we're going to talk about today, guys. So let's get into it. On May 23rd, I did a episode about smoking cigarettes, and I realized that my drinking was diminishing my willpower. It's like I had willpower, but when I would drink, I would lose that willpower. And so I made a commitment that I was not going to drink until my next tournament, and I honored that commitment. And I did have my first blue belt tournament in jiu-jitsu. I'll put a link up here for it if you guys want to watch it. But I feel like I won that match decisively, which was really cool because I am a new blue belt. The guy I competed with had been a blue belt for many years. He was 4-stripe blue belt. And I feel like my commitment to my diet, to not drinking, to doing yoga, and to training obviously really helped me go in and perform at my best level. So I think that me manifesting this out on my episode and me saying, hey, my desire is to not drink, and I feel like it really held me accountable. And so I'm going to do that again. You know, one of the things about this journey and doing these vlogs is that I tell all of my flaws. I kind of just put them out there, which I'm going to be honest is a little bit, I have a lot of resistance to it sometimes, specifically because like we always want to show the best of ourselves. And inevitably I have to show the worst of myself a lot of times. And so I do wonder like if that affects my relationships and whatnot. However, I'm going to honor this commitment because my goal is to be a real person, and it's to really know what my true potential is. And I don't think I can do that if I'm lying or if I'm hiding parts of myself. You know, and another thing about this vlog is that I want to show people that you can overcome anything by doing it myself. So coming from my humble beginnings to where I'm at now is really incredible, and I have just barely started this journey. So keeping with this, I want to talk about some of the things I'm struggling with my willpower, which I didn't drink going into the tournament. However, after I stopped drinking, I started playing this video game on my phone called PUBG Mobile, and it's like this little shooter game. My friends who play like more serious shooter games make fun of me for it, but it was just something that I would just do like at night. I would just play with, my friends or whatever. You could do it interactively, but I would spend maybe 3 or 4 hours a week playing this stupid game, and it's not really benefiting me. And then also I started watching porn again, and I'm not like addicted to porn or watching it all the time, but I thought I had eradicated porn from my life, and I have been like advocating to people to stop watching porn. And so I really feel like it's important to talk about this, that I did watch porn after I quit drinking several times. And I think that the reason that I'm doing this is because alcohol releases dopamine. I have alcoholism in my family. About 10% of people get like these huge dopamine dumps from alcohol. And so I think by not doing alcohol, by not smoking cigarettes, reduces my dopamine. And so I'm just kind of craving these other areas of my life to get it. And so I've replaced that dopamine with the video games or with porn. And I want to eradicate this stuff from my life completely. If you guys are struggling, by the way, with anything, any kind of these things, DM me about it and let's talk about it. I am trying to create a community of people that want to conquer themselves. And so I get a lot of um, motivation from hearing that I'm not alone and that there's other imperfect people out there. So, uh, with all this said, it made me decide to take on this 75-day hard challenge. I did hear a couple of my friends have been talking to me about this challenge over the last couple weeks, and it kind of motivated me. The 75-day hard challenge, for those of you who don't know what it was created by Andy Frisella. He's like a contemporary of Tim Grover, who was Michael Jordan's fitness coach and personal trainer. And he created this system, and it was supposed to be like a mental toughness system. Basically, it encourages you to conquer yourself and to instill like a strong will, which is you're going to do 5 things every single day for 75 days, no matter what. Since my willpower is like the foundation of my life, it's going to make me, I feel like it's going to make me competent to do all of these other things that I want to do. I feel like this is the very first thing I should really build in myself is a strong will. So I decided that I am going to take on the 75-day hard challenge. And there's 5 rules to it. So basically the challenge is you have to follow a diet, no cheating, no alcohol. You have to complete 2 45-minute workouts every day, one of which must be outside. You have to drink a gallon of water every day. You have to read 10 pages of an educational or self-help book every day, and you have to take a progress pic every day. So these are the goals of the original 75-day straight program. And for me, I added 5 more things, which are things that I feel like I need to conquer in my life. So I added no porn, 75 days, no video games, a cold shower, a daily meditation, and 7 minutes hanging from a bar. So these are my goals. I'm manifesting them to you guys because this worked with alcohol, and I want to go and see who I'm going to be in 75 days when I conquer these things. So I think when I'm looking at how do I instill a strong will, besides the fact that I want to be this great person with strong will, I want to be a master, I did think about each of my goals and like the why, like specifically why I'm going to do each one of these things. And I want to share these with you guys just so you kind of understand what made me make this list. And so here's my goals. I think with the one I had the most resistance to, sorry, I'm looking at my notes. The goal I had the most resistance to was the outdoor exercise. And the reason why is because I am going to do jujitsu every day, which is like 90 to 100 minutes. I'm going to do yoga every day, which is 60 to 90 minutes. And so I felt like I'm going to already exceed the 2 45-minute workouts. So I shouldn't have to do an outdoor workout. But when I listen to Andy Frisella in his podcast talk about the 45-day or the 75-day hard challenge, he said that part of the outdoor exercise is that you're forcing yourself to go out no matter what it's like outside. And that is part of the strengthening of your will. And so I think I'd be cheating myself if I amended this part of the task, even though it's going to be hard. Since I haven't been doing Tai Chi every day, and it's kind of part of my path to mastery is that I do Tai Chi every day, I decided I'll do Tai Chi outdoors, which takes about 25 minutes, my warm up, and then I'm going to hang from a bar for 7 days. And so this outdoor time is going to allow me to do that. The bar hanging is recommended by a movement master named Ido Portal. He's famous for being Conor McGregor's movement coach, but he is like an incredible person. And he said that 90% of shoulder injuries in the UFC would not need surgery. That gets surgery the surgeries could be avoided if those people hung from a bar for 7 minutes a day for 30 days. So I'm dealing with a shoulder injury right now, and it's been like a chronic injury. And so I'm going to use the 7 minutes a day to hang from a bar and see if I can heal my shoulder. And so that's that's kind of my reason why when I go to this tournament, the World Championship tournament in September, I'm going to be competing against the best blue belts on earth, the best masters blue belts on earth. And so I just need to be in peak performance. So I'm going to hang every day for 7 minutes, no questions asked. The porn, when I talk about wanting to quit porn, I really reach a lot of resistance from guys. Are like, and so I want to share why I'm going to quit porn. I have two reasons. The first reason is just because of the dopamine dump. There's a lot of, I do listen to like Andrew Huberman and some other podcasters that talk about porn, Jordan Peterson. Porn has like a really, it's like it makes an extreme amount of dopamine release when you watch it, which affects your baseline dopamine levels. And dopamine is the hormone that affects our motivation. And so I feel like I'm not going to accomplish, I'm afraid that I won't accomplish these hard things that I want to do by watching porn. Porn also there's a lot of data that shows it affects mental health. It affects like your sleep, and it affects like your erections. It affects like, it can cause erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation. There's a bunch of stuff about porn that's not healthy. I do think a lot about like the objectification of people, like promoting an industry that may, not be healthy for people. I do think about this stuff sometimes. So that's one reason. The second reason, and I almost wasn't going to talk about this yet because I'm still gathering information about it, but I do want to do a 100-day energy cultivation system that was taught in the Shaolin Temple. And this is a very secret system, but in order for me to accomplish this, I would have to go 100 days, no ejaculation. And I realized that that's going to be very hard. I probably haven't done that since I was like 13. So 100 days is a long time. So I'm going to start building the foundation. And part of that is getting rid of porn, and just having like a healthy relationship with sex in general. And so I'm eradicating porn. The video games is the same thing. I'm getting rid of the dopamine dumps. I'm getting rid of things that are stimulating my dopamine without me working for it. And I want to be more in line with nature. This is part of the meaning of my life, is to just fall in line with nature, wear organic clothes, cook organic food, get dopamine from human interaction, from nature, and things like that. So that's why I'm quitting porn. That's why I'm quitting video games. I chose the Mediterranean diet just because it is widely regarded as the healthiest diet on earth. I think humans, because the Mediterranean is the cradle of human civilization, we probably adapted with this diet. And so it's probably that's probably why it's the healthiest for us. So I've always wanted to try it. It's part of the plan. So I'm going to do it 100 days or 75 days, no excuses. And then the alcohol, I've just haven't been drinking alcohol. I had one beer after my last tournament. And then I thought, I'm not going to drink again until the Worlds. So I'm already with it. I'm already with the no alcohol, so let's do this. The daily meditation I added just because I think that in order for me to go 75 days, I need to meditate every single day. So that's just going to secure my will, remind me of what I'm doing each day, especially when it gets hard. The cold shower plunge is just going to help me with physical recovery. It's going to help me with my sexual thoughts and my mental health. In general, I think the cold shower is just super healthy. So this is it, guys. This is my why. I'm manifesting this out to you guys. For whatever reason, I do not want to say I failed on this channel. And because I committed to just being brutally honest about all my flaws, um, it really is holding me accountable. So thank you so much for joining me on my journey and for holding me accountable. If you guys want to do this challenge, I will leave a link that will show you what the challenge is. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be doing pictures every single day, every single one of these tasks. I'm posting it on my story on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm just going to accomplish this. I have a couple friends that are doing this with me. So let's do it, man. Let's see what we're going to be like in 75 days. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm Edry McCabe, and I will see you on the next one.